such a striking similarity to, oh my God, this guy is the living Mickey Rourke character from the movie.
He's the wrestler.
It's life imitating art, imitating life.
It's actually interesting because it's fake, yet this story's real.
It's all I ever wanted to do since I was like a little baby on my motorcycle, you know, riding around with my teddy bear. It's just what I wanted to do. And I was lucky enough to be able to do it and do it at a high level for a long time. And it's been great. I've enjoyed every minute of the ride. And I'm glad to know there's a lot of people out there that got a lot of good things to say about me. It really just means a lot to have so many people appreciate what I was able to do in that squared circle. Warms my heart.
My favorite Morgan Davis III match? Why don't you ask me to describe my favorite sunset? That would be easier. You can't put into words the impact his matches had on this business. But if I had to pick one that I thought was maybe better than the rest, I would say that world title match he had with David Arquette, which somehow still managed to be simultaneously the least purchased pay-per-view in wrestling history, and yet its most notorious match. Only Morgan Davis could have pulled that off.
He's a smart kid. He's a hard worker. That's is always going to be his greatest quality to me, is that he's an incredibly hard worker. And you know, we have a lot in common in that there are a lot of things both of us can't do. I've just done a much better job of covering it up over the last, whatever it's been now, almost 30 years.
We talk about MD3, Morgan Davis III. He's an innovator. Unrealistically handsome. You know he's got VD, right? Yep, got it from Meg Ryan. Yeah, Meg Ryan, you know, Sleepless in Seattle. You know, she's the one that jizzed at the kitchen table, or that restaurant, yeah.
To the average man, he had it all. Fame, fortune, happiness. But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing.
That night, it was hookers, pills, knives, rooster boosters, and Mike's Hard Lemonade like I had never, ever seen.
I don't know.
His drug problems were starting to become more apparent all the time.
I think Brett's a little off base with some of the things he says.
He was an idiot, and he couldn't do anything. And
Dark memories and dark times. Hear from his peers.
You want to know how I would describe Morgan Davis III? He's definitely a prima donna. He's got a drug habit. He's an innovator, very abusive. Did you guys know he's riddled with VD? Absolutely insane, disgusting. And he's the godfather to my neighbor's kids.
How would I describe Morgan Davis III? Innovator, drug addict, prima donna, raging alcoholic, egomaniac, charitable, riddled with venereal disease, and the godfather of my children.
You know, working with him several times. I think one of the last times was for the title. And, you know, I enjoy very much working with him.
I mean, he's a good guy. You know, he's a grandfather, or like the if I die, my kid, he gets my kids. Great guy. He looks real young for 43, or he looks real old for 19. I'm not sure which one it is.
Morgan Davis III, all he cared about was chasing rats. I think he had VD or chlamydia or something like that. I remember he gigged with the butcher one time, and man, we all felt bad for Uncle Larry. But Morgan Davis, if you ever see this, you Morgan Davis.
How do I best describe Morgan Davis? Drug addict, prima donna, underrated, innovator, abusive, riddled with VD, the godfather to my children.
When I first heard Morgan Davis III was returning, the legendary NWO character, I was in shock. You'd figure after the Whip It tirade in Toledo that he would have learned his lesson.
Believe it or not, I have more important things on my mind than him.
Only after the bad can the good come. And the good did come when Morgan Davis III came up with the idea, all by himself, for the PS Players. One of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. They captured world tag team titles across, well, the world. Morgan Davis III flew to fame once again.
What makes me mad about Morgan Davis is the fact that he wants to take credit for everything. He didn't do everything by himself. He didn't run the roads of Texarkana. He didn't light it up at the Omni. We didn't go over there to World Class and everything by himself. We did that together. We lit up Smoky Mountain and headlined every big event they had together. He didn't create the NWO by himself. We did that together. Now, we'll give him credit for this. The only reason there was a red and black NWO was because one night we showed up for TV and he rigged me and gave me the wrong color shirt. Terry and Eric got pissed because then they had to start the Wolfpack. But other than that, we did everything together.
This whole experience, this whole documentary is that if you're a good person, you push forward, you're gonna do great things.